Why is it on mute? Why is it on mute? Can you guys hear me? Give me a hi if you can hear me. Am I on mute still? Am I on mute? All right. I'm a little rusty, man. We haven't had a live for ages. Missed you guys. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to the news, man. Massive news incoming. So let's get into it. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you're watching over on Facebook, shout out to you guys. Big up to you. Make sure as well you've followed and everything else. Okay, so we told you Man City were lining up a second bid for Elliot Anderson, and that bid has come in. And it's a big one, chat. It's a big one. Let me tell you the exact details of this bid. I've got it here. And it is coming from Ornstein. So tier 1 level sourcing. He has said Manchester City verbal proposal to Forest for Elliot Anderson was worth 106 million plus add-ons, taking it above 120 million. Forest want British transfer record guaranteed, not after bonuses, no fresh talks with Man City over the 23-year-old English midfielder. And just to make things spicy, before I tell you the next bit, right? Who would accept at that level 106 plus add-ons? Do you think that is enough? Because the answer from Marinakis is hell no, not enough. We said we want a transfer record. We don't want it in fits and starts and all this stuff. We want it straight up, man. And Forest, the reports are saying, have rejected the offer. The offer has been rejected. Now, where we see in this rejection of the offer is coming from Jamie Jackson. He works for The Guardian, I believe. He says, Anderson subject of second bid from City, 106 plus add-ons. It takes it to nearly 125 million, and it has been turned down by Forest because Forest are holding strong on their valuation of Anderson. So things are starting to move quite quickly. And you know what? I thought when I saw the number, I was like, oh, that's gonna make Marinakis blink. Marinakis may actually go for that one. But the Greek father, man, you just don't mess with him. I don't understand why people don't learn. Like, you just don't mess with the Greek father. It is as simple as that. So Marinakis has said no to them. Now, what I want to do is just talk you through the details of the article. There's a lot of information to give you guys. So let's jump across to this. And then we'll get into some of your comments as well. You'd accept it. You'd accept it, would you, man? It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. So here's the details. This is in The Athletic. It says Man City make 106 million plus add-on verbal offer for Elliot Anderson. The bid was worth 106 million, which is $142. Big up to you, Amit. 122 million euros, whatever denomination you like, upfront with potential add-ons taking it in excess of 120 million pounds. To consider the sale of the English international, Forest want the fixed fee to eclipse the 125 million pound British record Liverpool paid Newcastle for Isak last season. The Athletic previously reported that City had an opening bid for the 23-year-old rejected earlier this month. That was at around, if I remember rightly, I think it was 80 or 85 million pounds. Fellow midfielders Declan Rice, Casado and Fernandez have all moved for packages of around 100 million pounds or higher in recent years. Anderson has 3 years remaining on the contract. He signed after joining from Newcastle in the summer of 2023, a 35 million deal, which wasn't, well, he goes on to say, we saw Vlachodimos go the other way, which valued the England international at 15 million pounds. Big up, Joker. I hope you're doing well with a 41 months. Shout out to you, bro. He featured in all 38 of Forest Premier League games. Did he feature in all of them? Scoring 4 goals and providing 4 assists. He made his England debut last September and has remained a crucial part of the side since, where are we? Crucial part of the side since, including being named in Tuchel's World Cup squad. Big up, Matt, with the 32 months as well. Why does City want Anderson? Well, City are generally always in the market for top English talents for obvious reasons, including homegrown regulations and the fact they are generally proven in the Premier League. Anderson evidently fits the bill and is seen as the replacement for Bernardo Silva, having made more touches than anybody else in the Premier League last season for a side in Forest who are not heavy on possession. It shows how involved and influential he likes to be. He also showed with his fine goal at Man City in the 2-2 draw in March that he has class. I mean, he didn't need to do that bit to show it, but you know what I'm saying. City have had some problems in recent years when trying to recruit players no better than their established stars, for example, Calvin Phillips and Nico Gonzalez, who have to different extents not been the relatively cheap alternative that City were hoping for. But with Bernardo gone, City can aim for top talent capable of going straight into the team, and Anderson ticks a lot of the boxes. Okay, so that's that article. It's also in the Daily Mail. So I'll just run through this one quickly. Let me just readjust this a little so we can all see it. And I'll come to your messages in just a second. I just want to bring everyone up to speed on everything. Turning it down. You thinking is mad? I'll come to the super chats in just a second as well. So get your thoughts in. So the Mail is saying Man City launched. Hold on, freaking out. How long is this notification, Ben? Anyway, City launched record-breaking second offer. We've covered that bit. Let's just see if they say anything different in here. Daily Mail Sport revealed this week that Forest are looking to bank north of 110. Everyone's trying to claim credit for it. Forest have already knocked back an opening amount of 85 million for the England international, but City appear keen on swiftly wrapping up the deal as the World Cup looms. And then it goes on for the usual stuff. We saw that in the other article. Do they add anything interesting? Here we go. Whilst rivals Manchester United also want to sign Anderson, he has long headed the list of City midfielders target once it became clear last year that Captain Silva was going. Signing 23-year-old, negotiations remain ongoing over a compensation package for Enzo Maresca. Don't care about that. Anderson is seen as a profile. Okay, so nothing extra to add there from them. Shock horror. Now, something else to add to you guys is that according as well to other reports, Manchester United are now not in contention for Elliot Anderson at the current financial level. Man U are refusing to enter into a bidding war and are targeting players who want them. The club are focused on candidates like Fernandez from West Ham and Alex Scott from Bournemouth. So that's not good for Forest. I mean, it's not bad for Forest, right? But it's in a sense, we would have liked a bidding war to have gone on with that. So that would have been useful to have, but it is what it is kind of thing. Okay. So what does all this mean? Let's wrap up. Let's just get into some of your messages first, guys. I've missed doing these lives. So big up to Ben with the 9.99. He goes, turning down 125 and add-ons is mad. Want to keep Anderson, but that's an amount that could bring in huge talent across the pitch. 125 million is more like Forest Ants value, scoring 30 goals a season in the Premier League. I hear what you're saying. I don't necessarily agree. I'll come on to it in just a second. Big up to Matt with the 35 months. Shout out to the Prowler. Big up to Jasper with the 33 months as well. And the legend that is Martin with the 43 months. Legends, each and every one of you guys. Make sure you've liked, make sure you subscribed, all the usual good stuff. Okay, look, I said that I wouldn't sell Anderson come hell or high water. I don't care if they offer 150 million. That's just my take on it. Now, does that mean that I don't think they will sell him or should sell him or whatever? It doesn't really matter what I think. Football is business, okay? People will get sold. Like I won't begrudge. That's the word I was looking for. Forest selling him, but I just don't think you can replace him. Hence why I would keep him. Big up to Yvonne. She says with the 4.99, does Anderson really want to play in the Championship against the Sheep's Club? Exactly. Keep rejecting Forest. Keep rejecting. I agree. Like, we don't even know what's going on with the 115 yet. Thank you for the 4.99. And big up to Jordan as well with the 39 months. So, look, do I think this is going to happen? One thing I will say is that it is very unlikely in this day and age, even though it's technically classed as illegal tapping up, that the 115 have not spoken to Anderson or his representatives to feel out where he is, okay? Like, by the letter of the law, no club should approach another club's player without explicit permission from that club first to then go and talk to him. But we know now that they just ignore those rules, and especially, I mean, 115 don't even know what rules are. So I wouldn't be surprised if there has been, now that we're seeing bids come through, that there hasn't been some form of communication between Anderson's entourage and Manchester City, where he's probably said, okay, I would be up for the move, and allowed the conversations to happen. And that's why they're doing a move. They're doing a Spurs. Well, no, there's some stuff going on with Spurs as well. So I'm starting to feel like this is going to happen. However, Forest cannot do this before the World Cup. I know the World Cup starts tomorrow night, okay? But there is no way in hell they should do. And when I say before the World Cup, I mean before Anderson has played. There is no way that they should even entertain accepting a bid, okay? At all before the start of the World Cup. Because he's going to ball out. It's as simple as that. He's going to be probably one of England's best player, if not the best player, stand out in the World Cup. Then you might see some of the other European giants wanting to come in. Maybe Bayern Munich are interested, maybe a Real Madrid, whatever, okay? I'm just giving you a scenario here. I'm not saying any of those clubs are interested. I'm just saying it creates hype. Hype creates bidding war. Bidding war creates increase in prices. We know there are clubs who have got this kind of money. We just seen Real Madrid have 150 million rejected for Alvarez from Atletico Madrid. I think they bid in euros. So I just think it's just not the right time for Forest to be bidding here or accepting it. I do understand why Man City are pushing so hard to get it done before the World Cup, because the logic works in the inverse for them. Okay, so that's where it stands. Let's see what you guys are saying. Let's get into your comments, man. I ain't done a stream with just me and you guys for a while. Big up to Amegas. I really do not want him to go. He will improve Man City tons. He is the British Busquets. Interesting. You know what? I see it. We shouldn't sell unless he wants to leave. Still can't believe Gibbs White wasn't called up. That means he can't get injured. Forrest are proving to Anderson that he is valued at the club. To turn down that much and will create loyalty at least. Yeah, it could, but within certain other elements of it, it could also create resentment. If players do have the thing where if they feel that the club is overvaluing them, then it's just a case of they're trying to hold him to ransom. But he's not going to be like that. Is he starting for England, by the way? Is he starting against Costa Rica? There's further confirmation here now from Ben Jacobs. So there's more. Big up to you, Matt, for sending that through. It says Man City have made a bid totaling 121 mil for Elliot Anderson to Forest. The guaranteed fee is 106 mil. He is starting, is he? Okay. Forest are now asking for a British transfer fee record. Man City wanted to bid before the World Cup, fearing Anderson's price could rise further at the tournament. Ben Jacobs, if you're watching and what I'm saying, man, just, hit that like button. Exactly the point I'm making here. Man United view the cost as too high despite seeing Anderson as their dream target. They're in talks with Mateus Fernandes, Alex Scott, and Carlos Baleba, remain the other names on their radar. So again, like a little bit more insight there. It shouldn't be groundbreaking news to you guys, but the fact is, Man City know. Now, with that in mind, with what Ben Jacobs said there, key line, Man City wants a bid before the World Cup because they fear Anderson's price could rise further at the tournament. The inverse, whatever's good for Man City is bad for Forest, and whatever's good for Forest is bad for Man City. Therefore, if they fear that, then we need to make sure no bid is accepted, full stop. Full stop before the World Cup, okay? Marinakis is yet again doing the right thing for the club. I'm telling you now, man, if someone offered me 106 million for my freaking, I don't know, I was going to say my kids, but not my kids, but you know what I mean? I'd think twice. I wouldn't have that cool, calm composure of Marinakis to just turn around and be like, no. 106 million is crazy. And let's not forget the investment on Elliot Anderson was £13 million. 13 million. 13 million. City are worried about a transfer ban more. Like, it could be that as well, you know. It could be that as well. Price got to be right, more like 115 for the 115. I agree, Dale, big time. But with all that said, now going back to what Ben said in his super chat, I disagree about the fact that 115 million or whatever, 106 million can buy you a good squad for two reasons. Okay, if Forest go, let's just say Forest accept for 115 million, right? Let's make it funny. If Forest accept for that, you are not going to replace Elliot Anderson with another Elliot Anderson. You're going to have to get extremely lucky to replace Anderson with anyone who's got the potential to be Anderson, okay? There's a reason he's worth what he's worth. So straight away, you can't replace him. Secondly, I always hear this about, okay, well, if you can't replace him with one player, go get 3 players. Well, you can still only play 11 players on the pitch. So having a third of an Anderson doesn't really help you on the pitch. You're technically losing 2/3. And fourthly, and most importantly, when you get that money in, suddenly the players that Forest wants to buy suddenly have a 10%, a 15% Anderson tax on them, because the other owners, the other clubs who are selling players, the agents, the players themselves, they suddenly see and know that Forest have 115 million in the kitty, okay? And that increases prices. So the correct strategy here would be for actually Forest to do their business first. Get the players in at not overinflated prices, and then move on Anderson, okay? So that's the ideal world. Look, it's not that simple when it comes to football, when it comes to negotiations and everything like that. So it is what it is. Wolfie, who are you guessing? No good players will come to Forest. You're not Spurs, man. Thank God we're not Spurs, is all I can say. Thank God we're not Spurs. What else do you guys say? Right, let's start putting some numbers. What is the number for you guys that makes you go, yeah, okay, you've got me. All right, City, you can have him now. I'm seeing some of you saying 120 mil. Some of you saying we should have gone in at 106. Maybe we'll do a quick poll on that. I've seen these are some ideas that I'm not that against. Who said it here? Amit said, would you maybe do a player exchange for reindeers? I like calling them reindeers. I don't know, bro. I honestly don't know. I don't know. There's maybe Monmouche. Dale saying 130. Phil saying 150. 120, 125, 120 plus reindeers. That's bare bucks there. 150 straight up, 130, 120. It's good figures here, man. It's good figures here. You know what figure isn't looking good right now? Is the likes, man. We're on 94 likes. Like 6 more gets us over 100, man. 125, 120 cash. Look, this is an important point. This where is it? This cash point here. This Matty cash point. Man City do tend to do a lot of their deals with heavy cash up front. This is where I stand, and I do agree. I just think to myself, you know what? We can't replace him, so don't try. 81% of you are happy that Forest rejected 106 mil for Anderson. And yeah, just looking at the England team, he is in there playing alongside Declan Rice. So it looks like quite a strong team. So you got Kane up front, Madueke on the right, Gordon on the left, Bellingham in the 10, Anderson and Rice in the double pivot, Konsa and Stones in defence, Pickford in goal, O'Reilly left back, Reece James right back. 130 plus Haaland. I'd probably just about be tempted on that one. 1 mil plus Marmouche. That's gotta be a typo, man. All money up front, 115 may get relegated and go bankrupt. That is true, man. You don't want, we don't want to be a creditor to them kind of thing. Let's just before, like, let's talk about the Pereira stuff as well. So we did a video on it. Was it today or yesterday? I can't keep up. There's so many stories coming out. We're trying to keep you, involved, or as up to date as we possibly can. But there's loads of stuff coming through with the Pereira stuff. Okay, I'm telling you guys, I don't think it's anything to worry about. Like, he will be offered big money from Saudi. That's a given. Okay. Saudi, we know, my oil rich brothers and all that stuff, right? But Pereira, from what I'm hearing, he wants the project in the Premier League. Like, it becomes a stage of when is too much money enough money. Now, I haven't met a person yet on this planet who thinks they've got enough money, okay? But at that level, there's only so many things you can buy before you run out of things to buy. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what Forest have offered him, and I'm just giving you an arbitrary number. Let's just say Forest have offered him 5 million a year. If Saudi are offering 30 or 40 million, which is not out the question because they offered Marco Silva 40 million 2 seasons ago. He's just going to try, in my opinion, and use that as a negotiation tool on his contract, which he's probably going to sign even if he doesn't get ramped up, right? But I'm not expecting to see any announcement on Pereira for another 3 or 4 weeks. That's what I think. Okay. Pereira was sacked from Olympiacos for talking to other clubs. Don't mess with Marinakis, innit? I agree. Pereira will use it for his contract negotiations. I suspect his agent is the source of the story. I don't know where the source came from, but I know because I spoke to Ben Jacobs about it. He is like tier 1 Saudi news. It's coming out of Saudi, so it's legit. Honestly, if he leaves, it's simple. Get Inzaghi in and just a straight swap. I don't know about Inzaghi, man. These days you can buy a holder for your holder. It's good to see you're still on point, Keith. It's good to see you're still on point. Big up, Paco. Hope you're well. Okay, so yeah, don't worry about the Pereira thing. Don't start to get nervous if you're not hearing on like, I'm expecting people to start questioning, why hasn't he signed? What's going on? What's happened? This, that, and the other, right? Nothing to worry about. It's just going through the motions. I think it will still take another 3 weeks or so. And Marinakis took over once. Marinakis, Silva's gone to Benfica, though, hasn't he? Gone to Benfica. 100 million with a buyback relegation clause of 50 million. If Man City get relegated, he has to come. Oh, that's not a bad little deal, you know, but they won't get relegated. Yo, I saw you alive. Man. Head in hands. Because his club, United, can't afford Forest players. Let's just say it straight. Manchester United, the so-called biggest club in the world, cannot afford to buy Forest players. Hold that, Danny boy. Hold that. Make sure you lot subscribe to my boy Danny. I don't even know if he likes being called Danny, but I'm going to call him Dan. No, I'm going to call him Daniel. Daniel's son. Andy's in the chat. He goes, my question is, if we do sell Anderson, I want a realistic replacement in that position immediately. And this is my point, Andy, on this, is I don't want, let's say we got rid of Anderson, okay, it needs to be a Hayden Hackney as a replacement, or it needs to be a replacement. Like, Hayden Hackney would be almost the bottom of what's acceptable because he's still unproven in the Premier League. We need someone who isn't another project player, okay? We need someone who's going to be a case of, right, we've seen that Forest have got 115 or 125 million, and we need to make sure that whoever comes in is ready. You know, I love the Brazilian players we've bought, but we can't have a Danilo, for example, coming from Brazil with potential, because this is a huge hole that's going to be filled. Anderson does so much on this pitch, like even off the ball, it's ridiculous what he does, right? So I think if Anderson was to be sold, then even if we went in for I don't know, Fernandez or something or whatever, I know West Ham want 80 million odd for him. I think they'll probably end up getting 60, 65, maybe going that. I like Alex Scott. I'd have taken him. There's loads of players. We'll put a video together. Yeah, Danilo is going to the World Cup, Keith. He's going to the World Cup. I'm done with shopping in Tesco's. I want at least Waitrose. We need to get to Marks and Spencer's. We are linked with Kone. We are linked to Kone. Seldom Yates for 50 pence and said sorted, says Reese. The Matrix, that is Mr. Anderson. If Hackney's so good, why is he 24 and still in the championship? I'm not convinced. He's been very loyal to his boyhood club, hasn't he? But I think this is the season, this is the summer where he goes. But again, I was using Hackney as Hackney is the base entry level for me. Base entry level. And the thing is, Hackney has a lot of similar traits to Anderson. It's still a massive risk. Still a massive, massive risk. Yeah, this one, I can't lie to you. This one, well, one of them, not the second one, is extremely high up on my list. We need a Somerville. We need a Somerville. We need some quality wingers. And I'd happily pay what West Ham want for him. 100%. Okay, so listen, that's your update. I thought we'd do it live tonight. It's been a while since we've done a live one. I just thought, let's bring you guys and girls up to speed on what's going on. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun to catch up. We'll do more of these lives as things break. It's gonna get tastier and tastier. So let's send you over to someone. Who can we send you over to? Let's see if anyone is live. Let's see any of the boys live. But before you go, chat, make sure, I bet, yeah, LB's live. Everyone go in his chat and put pay up. Pay up. Pay up. Or no. Put 115 in this chat. Put 115 in this chat. That annoys him. He hates it when I send you lot with the 115. So make sure you've liked and subscribed. We'll see you on the next video with the next update. Good to see you all. Hope you're all well. And I'll see you on the next video. If I could find the button, there it is. Come on, you Reds. 115.